Hi guys, 14 Prime here, back with another custom review, and today we're looking at a Transformers Halo crossover, Master Chief turning into a Warthog-esque vehicle. That's not a good name. There is no good name for this. But as you can see here, it is clearly based on the War for Cybertron Siege Hound, so I guess that would make this a War for Cybertron Siege review. I don't know, man. Anyways, the paints that I used, since it's really not all that many, some olive green, some flat aluminum for all the dry brushing. Come on. And a bit of copper. And some gunmetal. Which, as you can see here, this is a very plain looking hound, which also my hands hint of what I'm currently working on. Some spray paint. But as you can see, it also has a little custom gun, which we'll get into in a minute. But the figure itself, what I ended up doing is I took off pretty much all the copper on it. So like the stripe here is gone, bits back here are gone. The original Siege battle damage for the most part is gone. Even on the arms, like I got rid of the copper on them. And then I dry brushed a lot of silver on it, so you can see some scratches there, and also a silver Autobot insignia, since I can't just get a UNSC water slide for it, sadly. You see a bit more dry brushing on the sides. And then, oh yeah, I forgot I had to use some red for the taillights, because when I was getting the paint off, I ended up messing up and having to repaint the taillights. So yeah, it isn't like a ton of dry brushing, it's more so just a small amount of like a little bit of chips here and there. Speaking of which, here is the turret, which, as you can see, is very Halo CE-esque. The shields, the proper 3-barrel turret. Which I also use a bit of flat aluminum down there. And then the barrel is gunmetal, which I think turned out pretty well. This is a custom 3D design by one of my friends that I will put in the description down below to his Instagram page, along with the head whenever we get there. But yeah, for the record, this entire idea was pretty much his, and I was just like, this is really cool, can I do one too? And so he made me a set to where I could do it. He doesn't really have a way for like everyone to get one, and I doubt he's really going to do something like that, so it was just kind of a whatever project, so I'm sorry to those that will possibly want to remake this, since you kind of can't. But it at least exists in the world now, so that's something. Which the alt mode isn't like a perfect, like, you know, this isn't a Warthog obviously, but I think it still looks nice. So yeah. Anyways, that is it for the alt mode, so without further ado, let's get him into his robot mode. So here he is all transformed, and I think this just looks lovely. Like, it's a very plain figure, but Master Chief doesn't exactly have the most dynamic and interesting design. So there's not really much color-wise to work off of. It's just kind of big old green and black suited man. That's about it. But as you can see, the head here, I'm just going to move the turret for now. The head here is a 3D print of like, he went for it being a bit more cubish just because the figure's a bit more cubish, and I think it design-wise works really well with each other. And then as you can see again, there's no copper or anything on them, so it's just mostly bare greens and blacks with some dry brushing, which I think still looks pretty nice. Which the turret itself, you can either wield as a gun, or you can actually even wield it as a mini turret or a minigun, which it's a little small, but I really just love this, honestly. It's just really cool, man. It's like I've always wanted a Halo Transformers crossover, and granted this isn't the most perfect one, but I think it still looks really cool for what it is. Like it's just fun. It's just really fun. Plus it was like really easy to do. Pretty much it took me like an hour to get the body ready, and then just 20 minutes to paint the stuff, so. Which also, just for a bit of funsies too, I actually have this extra knife from one of the Siege Hotshot pack sets. I forgot what the actual like kit name was, but I have an extra one of these, so I like to actually give him this knife. I don't know. I think it suits the man. Which, just for a fun comparison, here he is with the new Halo Infinite Spartan Cat, since I have not been able to find Master Chief. So I guess Halo fans sense scale here. They are definitely not up to par with these. Which, by the way, if anyone wants me to review this, I mean, I'd be down to review it. Like, I painted the crap out of it, as you can see, but I definitely review it. So yeah. Overall, again, it's just fun, man. Like, this is just a really fun little, like, dumb crossover type thing. I just think it's just neat. Like, I really hope that 343 and Hasbro, or at least Microsoft and Hasbro maybe, like, eventually do something like this. Like, shoot, they probably could just take Siege Hound and retool him into an actually, into an actual Warthog, kind of like what they did with the Back to the Future Gigawatt, which I kind of wish I had those guys to compare him to, because I think they'd be funny, but I don't have them on me, unfortunately. So yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So, please be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, linked in the description below. And you can also come join the Infinis on Discord server, also linked in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.